Okay, everyone, now it's time to continue the original run of Star Wars, which recently celebrated its 45th anniversary, as I bring to you a re-review of The Empire Strikes Back. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a re-review of the epic space opera from 1980, The Empire Strikes Back, also known as Star Wars Episode 5. Released by Fox for Lucasfilm Limited, directed by Irving Kershner with a screenplay by Lee Brackett and Lawrence Kasdan based on George Lucas's story. This, of course, is the second Star Wars film and fifth overall chronological chapter of the Skywalker saga. This takes place 3 years after the events of Star Wars, and the film recounts the battle between the malevolent Galactic Empire led by the Emperor and the Rebel Alliance, led by Princess Leia. And Luke Skywalker trains to master the Force so he can confront the powerful Sith Lord Darth Vader. This brings back the same cast from the previous film, with the exception of Billy Dee Williams, who joins in. This film did pretty well and what have you. And of course, it went on to become the highest grossing film of 1980. But unlike its predecessor, it got mixed reviews and what have you, because critics and fans conflicted over its darker and more mature themes compared to the lighthearted adventure of its predecessor. But the rest I'll tell you more later. So let's get into the story. But first of all, if you haven't seen my re-reviews for the other Star Wars films, including the original, click on that card and it'll take you to the playlist so you can catch what you might have missed or see them again if you'd like. I'll give you a few additional seconds. Alright, that ought to do it. Now let's get into the story. 3 years after the destruction of the Death Star, the Imperial fleet led by Darth Vader dispatches probe droids across the galaxy to locate Princess Leia's Rebel Alliance, with one probe locating the base on the ice planet of Hoth. A Wampa captures Luke Skywalker before he can investigate the probe, but he escapes using the Force to retrieve his lightsaber and wound the beast. Before succumbing to hypothermia, the Force spirit of Luke's deceased mentor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, instructs him to go to the swamp planet Dagobah to train as a Jedi Knight under a Jedi Master named Yoda. Han Solo discovers Luke and insulates him against the weather inside his deceased Tauntaun mount until they are rescued the next morning. Alerted to the rebels' location, the Empire launches a large-scale attack using AT-AT walkers to capture the base. Forcing the rebels to evacuate, Han and Leia escape with C-3PO and Chewbacca aboard the Millennium Falcon, but the ship's hyperdrive malfunctions. They hide in an asteroid field where Han and Leia grow closer amidst the tensions. Vader summons several bounty hunters, including Boba Fett, to locate the Falcon. Evading the Imperial fleet, Han's group travels to the Floating Cloud Sea on planet Bespin, which is governed by his old friend Lando Calrissian. Fett then tracks them to the sea, and Vader forces Lando to surrender the group to the Empire, knowing Luke will come to their aid. Meanwhile, Luke travels with R2 in his X-Wing fighter to Dagobah, where he crash lands. He meets Yoda, a diminutive creature who reluctantly accepts him as his Jedi apprentice after conferring with Obi-Wan's spirit. Yoda trains Luke to master the light side of the Force and resist the negative emotions that will seduce him to the dark side, as they did Vader. However, Luke struggles to control his anger and impulsiveness and fails to comprehend the nature and power of the Force until he witnesses Yoda use it to telekinetically lift the X-Wing effortlessly from the swamp. Luke experiences a premonition of Han and Leia in pain, and despite Obi-Wan's and Yoda's protest, protestations, abandons his train to rescue them. Although Obi-Wan believes Luke is their only hope, Yoda asserts that there is another. Now for the ending. You know the procedure like always. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. Leia confesses her love for Han before Vader freezes him in carbonite to test if the process will safely imprison Luke. Han survives and is given to Boba Fett, who intends to collect his bounty from Jabba the Hutt. Lando frees Leia and Chewie, but they are too late to stop Fett's escape. The group fights its way back to the Falcon and flees the sea. Luke arrives and engages Vader in a lightsaber duel over the sea's central air shaft. Vader overwhelms Luke, severing his right hand and separating him from his lightsaber. He urges Luke to embrace the power of the dark side and help him destroy his master, the Emperor, so they may rule the galaxy together. Luke refuses, citing Obi-Wan's claim that Vader killed his father, prompting Vader to reveal that he is Luke's father. Desperate, Luke drops into the air shaft and is ejected beneath the flowing sea, latching onto an antenna. He reaches out through the Force to Leia, and the Falcon returns to rescue him. TIE fighters pursue the group, which is almost captured by Vader's Star Destroyer until R2 reactivates the Falcon's hyperdrive, allowing them to escape. Aboard the Rebel fleet, a robotic prosthesis replaces Luke's hand. He, Leia, 3PO, and R2 observe as Lando and Chewie depart on the Falcon to find Han. End of story. Yep. Well, for this chapter anyway. So what did I think of The Empire Strikes Back? I absolutely love it. I mean, now I've seen this film in my childhood. Now, even though it came out the year I was born, it was released in May of 1980, so apparently I say I was 4 months old when almost 4 months old when this came out. But I did get to see this film when it aired on TV. I think it was HBO when I saw it, but I might be wrong. But anyway, despite getting mixed reviews and what have you, now there were some good aspects. It said critics praised the puppeteered character of Yoda and for having expressive features and characterization. And that was good too. The climax in which Vader reveals he's Luke's father is often ranked as one of the greatest plot twists in cinema. There would be a variety of merchandise and adaptations, including video games and the radio play. Really something. Anyway, this film has become a favorite of mine. But I don't care what they say. I really did enjoy this film for what it was. Anyway, the film went on to make 538 to 549 million worldwide. And I'm going to say it was just so good. Now, we once again have John Williams do the score for the film. I like that. Aside from the usual cast, we have Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, Harrison Ford as Han Solo, and Carrie Fisher as Leia. They were all good again. We have Anthony Daniels once again as 3PO and Kenny Baker as R2. Peter Mayhew is back as Chewie. David Prowse once again plays Darth Vader, and James Earl Jones provides the voice. Now, for the new members of this group, we have Muppet puppeteer and voiceover Frank Oz voicing Yoda. And playing Lando Calrissian is Billy Dee Williams. Now we do get to see a little bit of some others. We do get a little bit of an appearance of Alec Guinness as Obi-Wan. And there's many others who appear. There's so many. But I still like this for what it is. It has a pretty good story, and well, I still like it for what it is. I don't care what they said a long time ago. Sure, the original Star Wars had more lighthearted stuff, but I was surprised that they took a little turn and what have you for Empire Strikes Back. So I don't care what they said a long time ago. This was just a blast. This was a very good film. So, with everything said, would I recommend The Empire Strikes Back? The answer is hell yeah. This is one flick you need to check out. So, anyway, yeah. I loved The Empire Strikes Back. It's really good. It is probably possibly one of my top 5 favorite Star Wars flicks. Once I rewatched the new trilogy and some of the other films, maybe the Clone Wars animated feature, maybe I am planning to watch the 2 Ewoks movies that were shown on TV back in the 80s, and then I'll rank all of them together. Of course, the Clone Wars and Ewoks films will be put on my original Star Wars movie review playlist. This one's going to the redos. So anyway, what are your thoughts on The Empire Strikes Back? Is this one of your favorite Star Wars flicks? Or, well, you can just tell me what you thought about the film in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And stay tuned, because next time I'll be bringing to you a review of Return of the Jedi. So thank you for watching, and if you like this, consider checking out my reviews for these other films. In the upper left-hand corner is my spoiler-free review of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. The upper right-hand corner is my spoiler-free review for the new Firestarter remake. Or if you want something else, you can go to the that might be even more cooler and what have you, go to the bottom left hand corner and see my re-review of Spider-Man 2 from 2004. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.